Hey Bill, this is Module 6. I'm here with Captain David Lay at Ambulance Inc. again. Captain Lay, how long have you been in EMS?
21 years.
21 years?
Yes.
Okay. Within those 21 years, what do you believe is the biggest crisis that has happened within EMS as a field?
So you're talking about a general field of EMS
As like the field, the job, pretty much.
job. The crisis I think we're seeing now is the lack of paramedics and EMTs. And we're all scratching our heads as why. Why isn't the field growing as we expected? The class volumes are coming out pretty weak overall. And there's a lot of different possible causes. It's just not one thing. Are you want me to go in depth on some of the causes or what?
We said that the numbers are low, and I agree with that because I work here in a couple of other places, and it seems like there's always open shifts available.
Yes.
Everybody seems short-staffed, and it puts a lot of stress on all of the people that work at that company. But you said that the numbers are weak. Do you think there's a reason behind that? Do you think there's something we can do to try and make it better?
There's a lot of things that people are trying to do. One of the big things is just the job itself it's always been told as a young man's field. Most of the time you see at a general EMS service, the average age will probably be no older, right around 25 and 30. The expectancy is around 5 years. So it's a high turnover rate. EMS can be a good stepping stone, also a good career, but you have to find the right one. If, say for instance, if you get into a service that doesn't have a good support system, that doesn't have a good leadership, doesn't have good insurance, or don't have retirement, then that can lead you down a road where you're pretty much stuck at the age of 30, wondering where in the world what are you going to do for the next 10, 15 years.
Yes, sir.
Certain example, like the fire services, they gobbled up a lot of the EMS service just because that's one of the solutions they had. And the EMS guys, they did get the benefits as well as the fire service did. So that retained a lot of them. Their 20-year retirement is a huge one. Mm-hmm. Another benefits as far as vacation, sick time, all the packages that they have, so they got from the fire as well. But down here, these other private services and local rural county services is not set up that way. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons why the turnover rate is so high.
Do you think it has anything to do with those people that are only staying in EMS 3 to 5 years? Do you think they're getting burnt out, or are they just...
Yeah, it's a huge burnout factor. But you also got just a physical activity of a job. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of back problems. You get a lot of depression, anxiety issues, mental health issues. It's a lot of negative health problems you get. On the shift work, as far as 24, 48s, can really cause havoc in your day-to-day life. You work 24 hours, then the next 24 hours you're half awake, so you're drowsy. Yeah. So that's another factor.
It takes a lot of toll on a person. Now we talked about EMS as a whole, the crisis with all that. Is there like a specific event that you can recall where a crisis occurred? Like something happened to one of your crews while you're on shift that you had to develop a plan or how to overcome that, whether it was your shift or something on a bigger scale. I know we had the plane crash in Lexington a long time ago.
Yeah, we have a couple big ones that we've worked. Was CTA, Corbin explosion. We was one of the first. I think I was the first ALS truck, and I think it was a BLS truck there before I got there. We transported a lot of patients and we had a lot of fatalities. We had a tornado here in London, in Laurel County, not too long ago. Just recently, guys was okay, but we had an ambulance wreck.
Oh yeah.
Which thank goodness it was all okay. But even just a simple minor wreck can really hurt somebody. This actually flipped on its side, this ambulance we're talking about, and they got lucky.
They did. Going back on the CTA, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you believe that situation was handled? Like, do you think us as a county, we were ready for something like that to happen, or did it kind of seem chaotic? And
Of course, back then, it was a tri-county, pretty much effort. Us, Knox, and Whitley County. So yeah, it seemed chaotic because you didn't really have anybody that was
Who's
heroic leaders in charge.
okay.
And you had people in different areas that you didn't know that they was in that area. And it was chaotic.
Since then, have you all developed a better plan, do you think? Or, like, if it were to happen again in a week, do you think it would be more organized, or do you think...
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more organized. We do practice on a year basis, and sometimes bi-yearly on mass casualties. We're really ran through that more in the EMT and paramedic classes because we realize that it's not a matter of when, it's just a matter of time. It will happen.
Yeah, I agree. You never know what's going to happen, and you just kind of got to be prepared, and that's about all you can do for it. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. So,
Right.
All right, that about covers it. I appreciate you taking your time for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you.